In 1978, Dr. Jackie Robbins planted a seed that would grow into the flourishing enterprise known today as Irrigation-Mart, a vision rooted in innovation, sustainability, and a passion for irrigation. We are your full-line irrigation distributor, from turf and landscape to the most advanced systems for the agricultural, viticultural, and horticultural industries. We don't just sell products. We design and help supervise the installation of systems that ensure your projects thrive, maximizing yield and efficiency.
My name is Brooke Estes. I'm with Estes Farms. We have a small farm in Ruston, pretty much not too far down the road from where we're at now. We have been operating the business for the past 7 or 8 years. We started off primarily focusing on hydroponic lettuce and tomato production because at the time we thought our soil wasn't fertile enough to turn into a bountiful vegetable crop. We have transitioned over the years to more conventional means, primarily tomatoes, some hydroponic lettuce, a lot of seasonal vegetables, which can be your green zucchini, yellow zucchini, patty pan squash, of course. And during the summertime, we do focus a lot on the purple hull peas. Customers absolutely love that. Prior to really working with Irrigation-Mart on the solutions, really, we didn't even know we needed prior to the drip lines and all of that. We just use water hoses. We use water hose and sprinklers, and then the resources that were wasted, water being a resource, the amount of money that was wasted due to not utilizing those tools is just through the roof, right? So this year, having those tools in our back pocket and now using the plastic mulch and the drip line, the amount of coverage that we can get, the amount of production that we can get, and not spending nearly as much as we can. I mean, all of this goes back to the help we've received from the folks at Irrigation-Mart.
Hey, this is Eric Hauser with Irrigation-Mart. I'm with Brand Futrell at Futrell Farms. We're here at the newest expansion to his pecan orchard, and I'm going to let Brand tell you a little bit about what he's got going on here.
Thanks, Eric. Yeah, we actually moved here from Texas in 1998, and for about a decade, all we did is just kind of make hay. You know, we had a pasture land and stuff, and in 2012, when pecan prices were probably at their highest, we thought, hey, let's take a stab at that. Not necessarily going to go full blown, but so we thought, well, we'll put in about a dozen trees, so yeah, here we are over 10 years later, and we've got 60 acres in pecans, well over 1,000 trees, it's been an amazing journey. One of the things that we did right out of the gate was we connected with Josh Brown, and he was able to come out here, and we actually put in our first phase of irrigation in 2017. The team at Irrigation-Mart was able to put together and develop and engineer a system that would work well for us, but surface water. And so we were able to do that, and I can honestly say that it's made a significant difference. In addition to what it's done for the trees and the growth and the nutrition of the trees, kind of hats off to Josh and Eric and the team at Irrigation-Mart for just being responsive. I always ask them what kind of business they're in, and they look at me and say, we're in the pecan business, Brand. So I really appreciate that. Eric's available to me basically 24/7. So we're I really do feel like that we're kind of in this together.
Yeah, my name is Jose Silva, and I'm manager for Edinburgh Citrus Grow Care, which is a subsidiary of Edinburgh Citrus Association. We've started new projects. One of them is here at the river, which is about 150 acres of citrus. About 50 acres of it is oranges, and about 100 acres of grapefruits. We planted these trees about 3 years ago. As you can see, the new modern way of growing citrus here in the Rio Grande Valley is now with the raised bed, the row cover, the 2 irrigation hoses underneath the row cover, which water the tree. All that irrigation system was designed by Irrigation-Mart here in San Juan, Texas. We've worked real close with Irrigation-Mart on this project. They were able to come up with the design and the different hose sizes that we need to be able to provide water, enough water for these trees. As you know, water is very important. The winds we have here and the evapotranspiration that goes on the tree, we have to be able to maintain that water in the tree so the tree does not get all stressed out. So that's important. They set up the whole system with flush lines. Before we had to kind of undo the ends of the flush lines to let all the dirt and everything out of the line. Now it's all built in one system where the flush lines are all built into the whole irrigation system. As you can see in the back over here, we got a reservoir that was man-made. That's where we bring the water out of the reservoir so we can pump the water into the trees. I do recommend that Irrigation-Mart here in the Valley is a very good company. If for any irrigation needs or services, they're there to help not just the citrus growers, but also vegetable growers that are, in agriculture. So I really highly recommend Irrigation-Mart for those of you who have any irrigation needs.
I'm Stephen Clark Carter. I'm the owner of Royal Sea Farms, LLC in Crossett, Arkansas. And I'm a third generation farmer. Royal Sea Farms started in the early 2000s, but I started farming with my daddy back in the early 90s. And we used to grow 10, 15 acres of tomatoes, and now we've turned it into 130, 35 acres in the spring, and then we come back and double crop another 110, 15 in the fall. I become to know Irrigation-Mart probably a little over 30 years ago when at a supplier meeting, and the role that they played in our advancement as a farm is astronomical. I mean, they've supplied supplies. Their pricing has always been competitive. Their customer service is phenomenal. I can pick up the phone, and at the beginning, it was Jay, and he was always there to answer questions. They're on top of the game. They know what they're doing. They always have. If they didn't, they'd find out. But they have supplied supplies, knowledge, even credit when needed. Without them, we couldn't be where we are today.
Hello, my name is Eric Hauser. I'm with Irrigation-Mart. I'm here with Casey Marshall from Tom Dodd Nursery. Me and Casey met around 2006 at another nursery. We worked together for several years. Then we both chose different career paths, but found our way to come back together to work on a project that he's working on here. They recently purchased, around 100 acres, Casey? 110?
60 acres right here.
This is about a 60-acre plot that they've just recently purchased, and then he contacted us. We helped him set up a design for the new pad that they're installing currently.
Yeah, we're expanding on this 60 acres, and these first 3 plots right here, they're probably another 9 acres right there, probably another $3 million.
So after this project is complete, I will be continuing to make visits down to Casey to follow up and see how everything is going, help him with any technical assistance that he may need, back up the products that we have sold him. This area is actually inundated with nurseries, so if there's anybody else that needs any help, feel free to call Irrigation-Mart. Be in the area.
My name is Philip Sechrist. In 2006, I got to know Jay Robbins. His business is Irrigation-Mart. I first worked with him when I installed my home irrigation system. His technical support team professionally designed and provided parts for my project. The whole process was great from start to finish. The staff was courteous, friendly, and just seeing the professionalism, they knew what they were doing. They even made recommendations on water needs per our landscaping plans. After this whole awesome experience, there was never a question who I was going to use that could provide me with professional and technical support on any water needs that I would have in the future. In 2015, I left the oil and gas industry and started an irrigation company. Being in construction for over 20 years and finding suppliers that are attentive, qualified, and will be there for you is something challenging to find. While working with them, you will feel like you are the only one that they're dealing with on every project. I can't say enough about their commitment to make sure that they satisfy their customers. They know what they are doing, very professional, just a great group to work with. You certainly won't go wrong with the Irrigation-Mart.
Welcome to the San Juan branch of Irrigation-Mart, where we prioritize efficiency and customer support in every irrigation project. Recently, we designed an irrigation system and supplied all necessary materials for a grower transitioning from furrow to drip irrigation, a vital move in response to the increasing water restrictions in the Rio Grande Valley due to drought conditions. When the customer faced a setback with their trencher breaking down, we didn't hesitate. The very next day, our dedicated crew and trencher were mobilized to lend a hand, ensuring the project stay on schedule. In the video, you'll see our trencher in action, alongside our skilled crew member, Eddie, expertly laying out fittings and valves. This meticulous preparation ensures the installation aligns perfectly with our design. At Irrigation-Mart, we believe in providing more than just materials. We offer comprehensive support, including on-site technical assistance, to help our customers every step of the way. Together, we're making strides toward more efficient water use in agriculture.
My name is Scott Alford. I own Alford's Landscaping out of Denham Springs, Louisiana. I've been doing business with Irrigation-Mart for about 10 years now. So as we've grown as a company and as I've grown with some of my larger customers, as you see, this is D.R. Horton's new corporate regional office. In a project like this, landscape was somewhat designed, irrigation is not. And so in a project like this, it takes some real experience to be able to put a design together. And so Trey helped me. We came out, we walked the property, we evaluated the property. We talked about where our meters were at, where our bores were at, how would we build a design. He drew the entire design out for me. And then, of course, we took materials as we walked through it, as I had questions, called, and he helped answer some of the questions, solve some of the problems to get this whole design put together. The reason I use Irrigation-Mart is service, friendliness. They treat you like family, and when there's a problem, they help you solve the problem. You're not on your own, like some of the other big name companies. They're there with you to help work through the problems. They're always answering phone calls, always taking care of issues. That's why I've been loyal to Irrigation-Mart since I got into the irrigation business.